Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the Inquisitor anomaly spawn. Someone like a week or so ago was mentioning how he just jumps through system through system through system until he finds one. But you can actually make them spawn, so I wanted to show you how to do that. Before we start, what I'll do is show you some filters that I change. So just down here at the bottom, you bring that up, and so before I leave, once I set a destination and before I leave, what I'll do is I will come in and turn off asteroid belts, and I will also sort by name, and I also get rid of wrecks. I'll explain here and why. You can also click off asteroids if you want, but not really necessary. This one, and this one is what I change. And so the reason I do that is whenever I start doing my autopilot, I'll come down here to the signal area, and when I sort by name, it's going to do two things for me. It's going to show me the base first listed, and it'll show me the level of the base, like this is a level 2 base. And if for some reason I'm lucky, there's an Inquisitor site that's actually spawned, it'll be right below the base when you sort by name. So I do it that way. The other stuff that I filter, which is the wrecks and asteroids, I filter out asteroid belts because I don't want to see them in this list. I only want to see anomalies. Wrecks, I remove those because most of these things that we're going to be killing are low-level stuff that don't really drop the loot that I care for. And then also because I don't want all of those loot things to be in my way if someone's going to warp in on me. It's a good idea to keep your local open. What I typically do is whenever you open up local, it'll open up over here. I like to put it over here. And then this I put over here. Just because that way this is kind of out of the way over here, and this tab thing doesn't, or excuse me, this overview button here doesn't get in the way of this. You can put it right there. So I leave that over there. That's a good way to know if there's people in your system and if you're gonna have to deal with PvP stuff. So that's what I do to begin. So basically to get these to spawn, so at this place that we're in the system, there is a level 2 base. For this example, anything that is an anomaly that's level 2 or lower, so level 1 or level 2, you're going to need to go in and start destroying those. Going warping in, killing the rats, and then rinse and repeat until you see that Inquisitor anomaly spawn. Sometimes it will spawn when you're in the middle of killing some rats, so make sure you're paying attention to this. Especially if you have other people in the system. If they see that Inquisitor spawn, they're going to warp in on it. They beat you there, you're going to have some PvP. They might come there after you're already there too, so you just need to be watching out for stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do real quick. So this again is a level 2 base. Never destroy the base. If you destroy the base, it's going to reset it back to 1. Also keep an eye on that base too. If there's people in your system and they see, you know, if they know how this works and they see that you're trying to make the Inquisitor spawn, they could just be trying to ruin your day and go in there and destroy the base. So keep an eye on the base. If someone goes in and destroys it and sets it back to 1, you might as well leave and find something else. One other thing to mention is I've tried to do this with a level 1 base just to see if I can get the Inquisitor to spawn or to see if I could level up the base. I did it for a really long time and nothing was happening, so I gave up on it. So if anybody knows how to make a base level up, maybe you have to kill all the anomalies to do that. I'm not sure. Or if you're able to get the Inquisitor anomaly to spawn on a level 1 base, let me know. But wasn't able to do it. Again, it took a really long time and I got tired of doing it. So, which I don't really care to do level 1s. I'm typically going into level 4 bases and doing those because they will drop the tier 2 rigs. So the reason we're wanting to get these Inquisitor anomalies to spawn, if you're not familiar with it, is the rigs that you want to buy, like these power grid rigs, there's blueprints that will drop for them. I'm in an area that's not showing all of them unfortunately right now, but anyways, these Inquisitor sites will drop the blueprints and they will drop mats that you use to manufacture the blueprints. So we'll go ahead and get started that. You'll notice that there's some level 9 stuff here. You don't have to worry about anything that's above the base level, so only the base level and lower. So here's a 1 real quick. We'll go to that. I was gonna do a level base, or excuse me,
Warp drive active.
a level 4 base, but everything that has a level 3 base or a 4 base right now, kind of peak hours, there's tons of people in every system I was going into, and I just knew I was gonna get into PvP if I did it. And for the purpose of this video, I really didn't want to deal with that right now. So hopefully this this will spawn pretty quickly. Sometimes they spawn really quick, sometimes they do not. So it's kind of hit or miss. What? All over this. Oh, asteroids. I forgot. I need to check that off. So yeah, that's another thing I get rid of asteroids. That's why I got rid of that. But yeah, it keeps it just clean. I don't need to see all that. So back to what I was saying is this sometimes will happen pretty quickly. Sometimes it will take a while. So keep an eye on this as you're doing these bases. I'm not going to sit here and this whole video the whole time while I'm doing all these. I'll just come back here after I get it to spawn. After I do maybe 1 or 2 of these here for you guys. I always stay zoomed out too, because if I'm not really paying attention to my overview over here, maybe I'm just kind of looking at my other monitor or something, I can see people warp in before they can lock me down. I think we're done with this one. Oh, we got wave. By the way, if you see these little circles with letters, I'm playing on BlueStack, which is an emulator for Android. On my computer, I just prefer to do it that way. I don't have to worry about the battery life on my phone. And then I'm a PC gamer anyways, so I like to use my keyboard and mouse, so I've bound all this stuff to my keyboard. This helps, I guess helps me be more lazy. So yeah, I can hit tab to close overview. I can hit shift to lock on, easy lock. Alright, so we did that one. And since I sort by name, usually I just kind of go down the list or up the list. Doesn't really matter. Avoiding the 9s, 2. That one.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so yeah, I'll be back here once this spawns, but yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this until we get that Inquisitor to spawn. Okay, so I just got to this site, and I've done probably 6 of them or so, 6 or 7, and right when I got it here, this spawned, so we're gonna go ahead and just warp to this Inquisitor site.
Warp drive active.
These 2 people here in local have been here for a while, so I'll need to keep an eye out. They might be doing something else, but you never know. Now once you get here, there's usually 2 gates you need to jump through. I just skip the pirates or the rats and then just yeah, just go straight to it and kill the rats that I need to at the last stop. Activate this gate here, jump through it. This one didn't have any rats, but I think the next one will.
Warp drive active.
And you'll see here it right below the base, and that's because I have it sorted by name. But yeah, I just usually skip these guys, warp through the next gate.
Warp drive active.
I don't know if that's gonna change once this is out of beta, but for now it lets me just go right past them. And then this is what we're going to be looting, these debris. 4 of them here it looks like, but you need to kill the rats first. Go ahead and do that. Now once I get to this spot here, I will come back into my filters and I will sort by distance. Just because typically if I'm going to get into some PvP, my chances are really great here. And if they're going to warp in, they're going to be coming right from where I came from, so I just kind of keep that in the background there to see if I can see them coming in. If I see them before they pop up on my overview. And what I would do if I was you is maybe go orbit one of these, kind of move you away from the site. If somebody warps in right where you warped in on these gate jumps, because on the gate jumps, I don't think you can select how far you can warp into it. It just puts you right there. If you just sit right here, whoever warps in on you is going to be right there and can lock you down. So if it's two people that are warping in, you're just by yourself, might be in a situation you can't get out of. I typically do that if I'm farming these higher level anomalies too. Just because you got to kite the rats anyways, but also you don't want to sit where you warped in on, just in case someone warps in right on that spot as well. There we go. Now we can loot them. We got some stuff to make them with and some blueprints here. And that's all there is to it. Don't give up if you're on like a level 2, 3, or 4 place and it's not spawning. I've literally done this to where it spawns and me killing like just a handful, like 2 or 3 different sites. And then I've literally sat on like a level 4 site and for 45 minutes with another guy I was with, he was going to a separate site and killing them. I was going to a different one, trying to like do it as quickly as we can, and it took literally probably like 45 minutes and eventually spawned. So I don't know what determines it. Maybe if it's like how many cycles of rats have been killed on that in that system, but yeah, don't give up. Unless it's like a level 1 base, you can give up on those, because I couldn't get that one to spawn. But I would stick to level 2, 3, and 4 bases anyways. You're going to get better loot from. Anyways, that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions.